Ever wonder what it truly means to be human? What our incredible potential actually is, and maybe why we sometimes fall so short of it. Today, we're taking a deep dive into Surah At-Tin. It's a really insightful chapter from the Quran, and we're exploring what it reveals about the very nature of us, of humanity. Our mission really is to pull out the key nuggets of wisdom from various scholarly interpretations of this surah. We want to help you understand not just what it says, but why it matters for us today. Think of it as a shortcut to getting well informed about a timeless spiritual message. So stick with us as we unpack Allah's powerful oaths, the stunning description of human creation, that surprising twist of descent, and thankfully the hopeful path back to our true potential. Okay, let's unpack this. The surah opens with these incredible, almost enigmatic oaths. They really lay a powerful foundation. First up, by the fig and the olive. What's fascinating here right away is this dual layer of meaning.
Exactly. Yeah, on one hand, you've got the literal fruits. Figs and olives, they're known for their immense benefits, digestion, healing properties, considered blessed. Some traditions even connect the fig to Jannah, paradise, because it doesn't have pits, which is seen as a characteristic of, fruits in the afterlife. But then, beyond the literal fruit, they're powerful symbols for locations, sacred locations.
Right.
Figs and olives, they grow best, highest quality in places like Palestine, around Beitul Maqdis, think Jerusalem's sacred sites. Also linked to Damascus, Syria, the Mount of Olives. These are revered lands of prophets, of divine revelation. So it underscores their inherent dignity right from the start. We're grounded in these spiritually significant places.
That really does set a magnificent stage. And the next oath, it sort of builds on this sacred geography by Mount Sinai. This one always strikes me. Why is this mountain so significant here?
Oh, Mount Sinai is incredibly important. It's the place where Allah spoke directly to Prophet Moses, right? And where the Torah was revealed. Even the word Tur, it implies a lush, green, tree-filled mountain. So beauty and divine presence combined. And what's really interesting is that the Quran uses two dialect variations for Sinai, Tursinin and Tursina. Now, these were known in ancient Hebrew scholarly circles. So that subtle detail, it's more than just linguistic trivia. It points towards the divine origin, Yeah. It subtly challenged the knowledgeable people of the prophet's time, and for us, it really underscores the authenticity.
Fascinating. Then the journey continues by this secure city.
Yes, and this refers to Mecca, of course, the city where the final revelation, the Quran, came down, where Prophet Muhammad was born, and where the Kaaba, the house of Allah, is. Its security is historically known. Even before Islam, it was a sanctuary. This piece is linked back to Prophet Ibrahim's prayers and, divine protection.
So that leads to the question, why these specific places, right? Fig and olive lands, Sinai, Mecca.
Exactly. And if you connect the dots, these three locations show a kind of profound progression, both chronologically and spiritually. You could say it moves from blessed to most blessed. Each one is a cradle of major divine revelations, legacies of great prophets, Isa, Musa, Muhammad, peace be upon them all. So the core message here, woven into these places, is like a powerful statement. If the lands touched by revelation have such dignity, just imagine the honor, the potential within us. Within humans created to receive that guidance. It really sets the stage perfectly for what comes next.
Wow, yeah. Those oaths really do lay an incredible foundation, grounding us in sacred history, preparing us for this powerful statement about ourselves. Because all these oaths, they lead to this. We have certainly created man in the best of stature, Asani Taqwim. And this isn't just about how we look, is it?
Oh, far from it. Asani Taqwim is about human perfection on multiple levels, all interconnected. Physically, yes, okay, we stand upright, balanced, almost a physical model of justice, you could say. Our vital organs, heart and mind, they're uniquely protected, skull, ribcage. Our internal systems, incredibly complex, perfectly designed. It's just a marvel.
It really is.
But the really profound part is the spiritual and intellectual capacity. We have intellect, emotions, this unique ability to balance opposing forces inside us. Think about personal needs versus family or society, intellect versus emotion. We also have this innate leaning towards goodness, toward monotheism, the fitra. And this whole package, this comprehensive design, it elevates us, even arguably above angels, because we have free choice. So the deep insight here is that our dignity isn't just handed to us. It's something we maintain through conscious choices. It's this incredible spiritual blueprint that inner compass towards good. the freedom to choose, the capacity to rise above base instincts. And, this directly challenges some modern ideas, doesn't it? Ideas that maybe reduce humans to just like evolved animals driven by desires, or suggest we lack free will because of genes or environment.
Yeah, absolutely.
Instead, this verse powerfully affirms our inherent honor, our nobility, and our capability for the grand tasks Allah intended for us.
It's a truly breathtaking vision of our potential, created perfectly given intellect choice. But then how does the Surah explain, the mess we sometimes see, the struggles, the imperfections? It seems like a paradox, because right after this peak, the Surah takes this stark, almost heartbreaking turn. Then we return him to the lowest of the low.
Right, and that's where the word thumma then is so crucial. It signifies a gap in time. It implies Allah doesn't just immediately condemn us. He gives us a period, an opportunity, time to choose our path. And radadnahu asfala safilin. It's about cause and effect. Radadnahu means Allah rejects or lowers us. But why? Not because of some flaw in the original design, but because we make ourselves unacceptable through our choices, our actions. We fall because of our own agency.
Okay, so it's on us.
It's on us. And asfala safilin, lowest of the low, primarily refers to our moral, ethical, spiritual fall. Degradation. It means descending to a state that's described as worse than animals.
Worse than animals. How so?
Well, think about it. Animals act on instinct, right? They don't have the intellect and choice that allow humans to commit atrocities far beyond what an animal would do. Things like genocide, deliberately harming children, acts of pure malice. It's a descent into deep misguidance.
It's sobering.
It is. Our unique gift of intellect and choice is the very thing that allows this potential for such a low descent. Now, while the main meaning is spiritual, some interpretations do also mention, say, extreme old age senility, losing faculties, or even the lowest level of hellfire.
That's a truly chilling thought. Worse than animals. It puts a real weight on our choices day to day. So how do we avoid this? How can we, with this best stature, reverse that fall into the lowest of the low?
Well, that's the hope the Surah provides right after. Thankfully, after describing this steep fall, there's a powerful exception, a way back up, except for those who believe and do righteous deeds.
Okay.
So it presents this clear dual solution. First, iman, belief. This tackles the internal problem.
The heart?
Exactly. Cleansing the heart, fixing intentions, committing to Allah's guidance. It's like a tree with strong roots. Sincere belief makes you stable, unshakable, gives you inner direction.
Right. And the second part?
That's amal salih, righteous deeds. This addresses the external problem, correcting our actions out in the world. And importantly, these deeds aren't just for ourselves. They have to bring benefit to others too, foster community, compassion. They're the outward expression of that inner belief.
So, belief and action working together.
Precisely. And the reward for this? Falahum ajrun gairu mamnun. It means an unending, unlimited, unreduced reward.
Wow.
Yeah, a recompense that it just doesn't stop or diminish. It really highlights Allah's immense generosity and the lasting impact our actions in this life can have.
Yeah.
It brings back that idea of climbing. We face a choice. Either we climb out of our moral lows now in this life through faith and good deeds, or we face a much harder, unending climb in the next life. You see, that perfection, Asani Takwim, it lies in the balance of body and soul. When we neglect the spiritual, the moral side, the soul, that's when weaknesses show up, leading to that fall. Faith and righteous deeds restore that crucial balance.
It really is a blueprint for climbing back. And after laying out this whole journey, potential, fall, redemption, the Surah hits us with this direct, challenging question. So what causes you to deny the judgment after this?
Yeah, it's a powerful rhetorical question, isn't it? A direct call out to anyone denying the truth. It's like asking, what possible delusion could make you reject such clear evidence? Evidence of our nature, our accountability. It really points out the depth of potential ungratefulness. And the term al-din here is key. It's not just the final judgment day, but the whole system, the teachings, the principles, the wisdom brought by the prophets for this life and the next. It's Allah's comprehensive guidance, clearly showing our purpose and where we're ultimately heading.
So it's asking, after seeing all this evidence, how can you deny the whole system?
Exactly. In a world that often pushes us towards, instant gratification or denying consequences, this is a stark reminder. Our choices have eternal weight.
And then the final line, that resounding, truly powerful question. Is not Allah the most just of judges?
Ahkam al-Hakimin. Yes. It confirms Allah's ultimate justice and wisdom. The scholars point out multiple layers here. He's the wisest of the wise, the most rightful judge among the wise, the most fitting judge among all judges. and the wisest of all rulers.
That covers everything.
It's an assertion of his absolute authority and perfect judgment. And notice the grammar, Allah refers to himself in the third person, Allah, when talking about judgment.
Why is that significant?
It emphasizes his absolute impartiality, his necessary distance. A judge needs that distance for true justice, right?
Of course.
So this final question hammers home the point. Our creation isn't random. It isn't purposeless. There is a reckoning. There's reward. There's punishment. We aren't just left to wander aimlessly. Allah, the most just, ensures perfect accountability at the end of the day.
Wow. We've journeyed through this incredible divine design of humanity, haven't we? Our amazing potential, how we can soar, how we can fall, and that timeless, hopeful path back up through belief and good actions. This surah is just such a profound guide. So thinking about this incredible design, this potential within us, what's your intention? How are you planning to make the most of that unique balance inside you to make sure you rise rather than fall? We really encourage you listening to reflect on your own actions, your inner state. Are you living up to your asani taqwin? Or are choices perhaps leading towards that asfala safilin? The choice, as this powerful surah reminds us, is always, always ours.